Good afternoon, I'm Stephen Cohn with your UI7 News Update. President Donald Trump is now criticizing a lawsuit he predicted would be coming after his national emergency declaration last week. CNN's Natasha Chen reports.
States and organizations suing the Trump administration have one major argument. The Constitution says Congress is supposed to decide how taxpayer money is spent. But on Friday, President Trump declared an emergency at the southern border, tapping into various funding sources to build a wall.
If the president is essentially stealing money that's been allocated to go to the various states for various purposes, but no longer will, we're being harmed. Our people are being harmed.
California Attorney General Xavier Becerra is leading a group of 16 states in a lawsuit filed Monday night. President Trump responded in the Oval Office Tuesday.
And I think we'll do very well. We have absolute right to do that. I have an absolute right to call national security. We need strong borders.
He predicted on Friday that he'd be sued in the Ninth Circuit.
And then we'll get another bad ruling, and then we'll end up in the Supreme Court, and hopefully we'll get a fair shake, and we'll win in the Supreme Court.
Legal experts say it might be difficult for plaintiffs to fight on the basis of the emergency declaration itself. The president has a wide discretion over what constitutes a national emergency. In Washington, I'm Natasha Chen reporting.
The ACLU's National Security Project, the Center for Biological Diversity, and Border Network for Human Rights have also filed lawsuits. Meanwhile, House Democrats may also put forward a joint resolution to terminate the emergency declaration. And Trump's emergency order also hit close to home this week. Members of the Champaign-Urbana community took to the streets on Monday afternoon as one of the more than 200 President's Day protests around the nation.
Integrity! When do we want it? Now!
Signs were held, horns were honked, and chants were sung on Monday as a group marched through Champaign protesting President Trump's emergency order on the southern border.
I'm here because it's been 2 years of feeling like the Constitution has been trampled on. And I'm very upset that somebody can claim an emergency and then go play golf for 3 days in a row.
But the nearly 100-member group, which was sponsored by Bend the Arc CU, faced its share of counter-protesters.
Making our country great again is fighting you guys.
But those in the group, like Unbeloved, felt their voices needed to be heard.
My children are half Hispanic. And so when we say stuff like we don't want brown people coming in, that's what my children are going to face, that kind of resistance growing up.
And I'm actually walking along with the protesters right now as they march toward the municipal building in downtown Champaign, all the way from the Champaign Public Library, where 4 speakers share their thoughts on President Trump and his emergency order. One of those speakers was U of I sophomore Agris Marie, a Puerto Rico native who thinks there are more pressing issues than a wall on the southern border.
That is definitely a terror.
I just want to emphasize that we have other emergencies in our country to worry about, and he's trying to build a wall to keep people out.
And the pro-immigration message of the protest seemed to be resonating with those who marched, including 10-year-old Benjamin Diaz.
Everybody should be welcome here. The United States is supposed to be a home for all, not just the people who live here now. Everybody should live here.
And outside of a few people voicing their support of Trump's efforts, I didn't see much backlash from anti-immigration groups of the protest, but we will continue to keep an eye on this story as it develops. On a somewhat lighter note, but just as many steps, those protesters weren't the only ones walking this week. A Purdue University student walked 100 miles on Tuesday to raise money for cancer research. Purdue student Aaron Lai completed his 100-mile walk from West Lafayette, Indiana to Bloomington on Tuesday in honor of Purdue superfan Howard Trent. Trent died from a rare form of bone cancer in January, a sad story, but Aaron says it's also an inspiring one that can help with the healing.
Honestly, the emotion just completely overpowers the pain right now. Yeah, it's just all the adrenaline and everything, and just the support and love of the Trent family.
The Trent family was waiting for him in Bloomington when he finished, and Lai's Walk for Tyler Trent raised $20,000 for the Tyler Trent Cancer Research Endowment, and Aaron says he's already planning to repeat the trek next year. A quick look at our 3-day weekend forecast. It's going to be sunny today and tomorrow, scattered showers on Saturday with a high of 52, 41 right now. Your full weekend weather forecast coming up at 5 with Tom Polson. I'm Stephen Cohn. Have a great afternoon. Make sure to catch UI7 News at 5. And make sure to like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Have a great afternoon, everyone.